Hey everybody, what's going on? Dace here, and today we are checking out Samurai Aces yet again, except this time on very hard mode. If you checked out either, normal mode or my hard mode clear, you'll kind of know what's up, but I did feel like still sharing this one and doing commentary for this run as well, mainly because we just get to see a different take on the same run. Like I mentioned last time, the harder difficulties just spawn more, not more enemies, but just more attacks per enemy. Sometimes you'll have enemies that normally wouldn't attack, but now they do. Things are just more aggressive in general. Bosses have more they're throwing at you as well, so you got to learn how to deal with that, and earlier in the run as well. Whereas things may not heat up to a certain point until stage 3, now that is kind of happening in stage 2, or as early as stage 2. So yeah, there are just different things to be aware of. But yeah, so we're just going to kind of go. I don't really have a specific aim or topic or anything like that I want to share, but since this is a short run, I figured I could at least focus on more of the visuals and more of the action and that kind of stuff. So yeah, we'll just see how things go. This one, whereas hard mode I banged out in 2 attempts, this one actually took a little longer. It took a number of attempts. I was fumbling. Like, I still got it the same day I did hard mode, but I'm not sure even how late I played. It wasn't like hours and hours or anything crazy like that, but I was fumbling a lot within the first 2-3 stages, let alone even making it to stage 4, like the cloud stage, and onward when you're actually making your way to the fortress and stuff. But I just knew, like, all I've got to do is have a first 4 stages without taking hits, without pissing bombs away, and I'm pretty much good to clean up. I can do stage 4 and 5 with minimal bombs used and not taking any hits. So as long as I can make it to the last couple stages, I'm good to go. But getting used to just how aggressive the first few bosses are on this difficulty, that's what really tripped me up a lot. And as we'll see when we get to the end of the run, like it was crazy. Like I knew it was close, but I had no idea what was going to happen. It was just bonkers. Oh, I love this level. I love all the stones under the water, like all the stone faces. There's so many cool details in this game. And unlike at the end of my normal mode 1cc and hard mode clear, how for those who check those out, you'll see that I start the second loop until I just take a hit very early. I do make it longer in the second loop this time around, and it's just really neat seeing the differences in stage background when you're in the second loop. So I won't spoil anything, but it's pretty cool, and that's actually one reason why I'm even more stoked to tackle the loop. I'll probably drop it down to normal mode for like my second loop attempts, because I think that will just be a little more feasible as a starting point anyway for the loopage, because that way I'll have more lives, more resources. We'll probably have an easier time just learning how to clean things up a little more for the early and mid-game stuff, and especially even the final few levels. But yeah, like I said in the first normal 1cc, like, it's going to go at a certain pace because I don't have save states and no training mode. Man, I love stuff like this. I remember the first time ever, like quite a while ago, when I made it to this stage, you think these guys storming in are just like so crazy to deal with, like this whole stage just feels like chaos. But then when you actually just take less than 2 seconds to think about what's going on, there's nothing threatening there whatsoever. I'm so glad those guys got taken out. Yeah, so so far this run is going really well. And I was determined to bang this out the same day as hard mode. And that was a little frantic, but thankfully he went down. It would be wild to see them do remakes. Not that I'm even after that sort of thing, to be honest, but if they were to do remakes with just different art, lush colors, I can only imagine how incredible that would look for a lot of these. Man, someone's ripping down the road. Yeah, just how incredible that would look for a lot of these retro shmups. There's probably a very, very simple spot to position yourself to avoid all those pink ninja shots, but I haven't explored that yet. To be honest, I'm not sure I could name another shmup. I'm sure there are some, but I think this is one of the only, if not the only one, where each stage you're seeing a boss that you're then going to fight again, and then they all fuse together. That kind of stuff is just so cool to me. And I think games could do a lot more with that. They could get really creative and just have some completely epic boss fights where, like, one boss you fought before is just like the arm cannon, or like they can transform and just connect and just do crazy things. That would be so cool. Now, since this is very hard mode, I think what happened was there was just some kind of new attack, because you'll see very soon when he's at the end of the fight, either I wasn't doing enough damage or something else was happening. But this attack right here, I was not expecting that. Normally that doesn't show up at all. And so when I took that hit, I was like, you gotta be joking me. I wasn't paying attention if I had bombs available. I was just assuming, like, yeah, he's just going to be able to go down like he normally does, and then we're going to be on to the next stage. But that's not how it panned out. And so because I lost that life, I was thinking, oh, I've got to really smarten up, especially because I just pissed 2 bombs away on those tanks. So I'm just doing everything I can to not... Like, that part's easy, but when it's these dudes... Oh, I was so thankful to make it through that without taking a hit. Normally there are 2 guys doing that last attack, and that's just a mess. And I was blown away I somehow didn't take that hit. Like, normally that spray is just... You got to do something, but I was just very fortunate there. And that was just, yeah, sloppy. But thankfully I had bombs to use. Oh man, this run was wild. I tell you, it was wild. Underneath here is the center. I can feel her. I always love stages that don't have music too. Like when it's like a final stage kind of deal, it just gives this kind of sense of, wow, everything comes to this. Oh, that hit! Are you kidding me? It just gives you the sense of, holy smokes, like this is it. Like the innermost sanctum. I swear that hit was brutal. So for me, I'm thinking to myself, I remember thinking like, okay, I've got 2 bombs. I can get through the rest of this. This boss and the one after it are easy, easy, easy. They don't do anything new or different on this difficulty from what I could tell. Actually, no, they don't. I know that for sure. And so I was thinking, as long as I can just make it through, and then I have 3 bombs, let's just not take a hit. But yeah, it was wild. I think this, or not this one, but the next 2 are the ones that I knew, okay, I can do it. Or something like that. But this guy was definitely, like, holy smokes, like, close calls here. I think it was like the demon before that, and then this guy. So yeah, I just got my order mixed up, but yeah, this one's super easy, just like the first demon with the staff thing, or the magic wand or whatever. And then the fact that I had 1 bomb left. Oh man, I was so thankful to bang that out. Really cool scene. I love just seeing that going down on an angle in the flames. So yeah, here we go. Second loop. The river is now running with blood. And I'm telling you, this is insanity. Like not right here, because if I was doing it more smart, I would just be at the top of the screen sealing the enemies and staying on top of all that. Because I'm pretty sure you can in this game. At least they seem to not fire when I do that in the first loop. But the fact that these guys now shoot 4 each, that's that much more to pay attention to. And the ninja coming up is pretty crazy. It's so wild. It is so wild. Oh, and there we go. That's the run. So anyway, I was just kind of babbling about all sorts of different things and just, yeah, whatever. But I trust you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you think and if you're aiming to tackle this game. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks again for being here, everybody. I always appreciate the support, and we will see you next time.